Toddler reunited with stolen best friend after a famous man offers $14,000 reward. A lost puppy, a heartbroken child, and a family who do anything to make things right. For some, this may feel like the plot to a Disney film at best, or a tragic story in the news at worst. But for 3-year-old Edward Latter, his family, and his lost puppy, it was a harsh reality, and it looked like there would be no happy ending. But that's when Simon effing Cowell stepped in. The bonds between humans and dogs are unbreakable. You don't get the moniker man's best friend for nothing. If you lost your best friend, what would you do? For 3-year-old Edward Latter and his family who lost Morse, pictured here in 2017, the choice was simple: do whatever it takes to get him back. Edward and Morse were inseparable. They're such good pals, his father Richard explained. And then, in December 2017, the unthinkable happened. Morse went missing. Morse escaped from the garden. He is a bit of a tunneler. He tunneled under the fence and escaped on the road, said Richard. Richard and his partner Amanda Hopkins received information from a witness to a couple in a pickup truck who snatched Morse and drove away. The witness was going to pick up Morse herself, but as Richard explained, almost in the same moment the chap got out of the truck and picked him up, saying, "Don't worry, the dog belongs to a friend of ours. We'll take it back to them." It was outrageous nerve. In England, where the crime took place, mass surveillance cameras known as CCTV are common. Unfortunately, the dash cam on the witness's car wasn't working when the couple stole Morse. Furthermore, while following up on a lead involving the same pickup at a burger place, the CCTV wasn't usable, as the restaurant only had a small memory stick. To spare Edward's feelings, Richard and Hopkins tried to depict Morse's disappearance as him having gone on an adventure. Unfortunately, after a trip to Edward's cousins, who had a pet dog themselves, Edward's increasing questions meant Richard could no longer hide the truth. "That bit was heartbreaking, and we did not really have an answer for him," said Richard. "It started to sink in that it is not going to be a very good Christmas at all," said Richard, when Morse was not found by the holiday. Edward penned the following heartbreaking letter to Santa in response. "Dear Father Christmas, I just want one present for Christmas this year, my dog Morse back. I've been a very good boy all year. Thank you, Edward." The family began a physical and digital flyering campaign to get Morse home. They took to the streets of Marden, Kent with posters and began a social media campaign on Facebook. "We've had people emailing us photos and snippets of information. It's really nice that people are out there actively helping us," said Richard. The normally misanthropic Simon Cowell, a judge and producer of American Idol and The X Factor, was so touched by Edward and Morse's story that he offered £10,000, roughly 14,000 American dollars, to anyone who came up with the pup. Cowell, an owner of 3 dogs himself, made a statement through a spokesperson. "Dogs are so important to so many of us. We just hope it helps lead to the safe return of Morse." Thankfully, in January 2018, Morse found his way to his family, and Edward was reunited with his best friend. When a couple on a walk in Meofam, 20 miles away from Morse's home of Marden, Kent, saw a muddy dog walking through their street, they immediately called Richard and Hopkins and sent a photo. Edward, Richard, and Hopkins made the trip to Meofam, trying not to get their hopes up. Even upon seeing his family call him, Morse, looking tired and disheveled, did not come. Edward, however, was convinced this was their dog. He was absolutely over the moon, said Richard of his son. The latter family, wanting to be absolutely certain, visited a vet to have Morse's chip scanned. When the proof was incontrovertible, this was Morse, the family became elated and emotional. "We instantly broke down in tears," said Richard. "I was delirious for a few seconds. It was absolutely wonderful. We were just hugging each other, hugging Edward and hugging the dog." Richard was beyond grateful for the public's help, saying, "It's unbelievable. It is really, really generous. As for Edward, we have got Morse back," he said simply. "I can't believe it. I have my best friend back. It's too late for Christmas, but this is the best present ever." Edward and his family are not the only ones who have been reunited with their pets after unbelievable odds. Amanda Hullaback, a dog rescuer herself, lost her beloved dogs Tessa and Ray in 2011. 6 years later, she was called out of the blue by Missouri City Animal Control. Tessa had been found. Regrettably, Ray had been euthanized earlier, but Hullaback vowed to make a rescue in Ray's name. In the devastation of Hurricane Harvey, a storm chaser named Aaron Jajak found a dog in Runge, Texas. Jajak took to Twitter, and the internet at large signal boosted his posts in an attempt to find the dog's owner. Finally, Jajak found the owner and successfully aided the reunion, discovering the dog's name, Cash. During Hurricane Maria, many pet owners in Puerto Rico had to flee their homes without time to grab their pets. Luckily for them, organizations like the American Humane Society, Wings of Rescue, and the Humane Society of Broward County stepped in, rescuing 28 pets and reuniting them with their owners.